Good afternoon, fellow Rotarian and guests.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Tommy. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Jonesboro meeting on this just before July 4 holiday time. We're going to call on Chris Kelly for the invocation.
Everything looking up.
Let's pray. Father, we give you thanks for this day, Lord. We thank you for your goodness and your grace and your mercy, Lord, that you extend to us each and every day. We thank you, Lord, for life that we have from you. And Lord, we just ask that you'd help us, continue to help us as a club. Thank you for the opportunities that you're providing us to serve, Lord, and give us wisdom, Lord, in how to help our community continue to grow and flourish here. We need your help, Lord, and just ask that you continue to help us and direct us. Thank you, Lord, for each club member here. Bless their families. Thank you for this food that you provided to us today, Lord, and ask that you bless it to nourish our bodies. I ask this in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Chris. I am Chief of Staff, unofficial title, John Bridger. I'm not Larry Aiken. This is actually Larry's last meeting of his presidential year, and he's away visiting family. And you know he's watching on YouTube right now. Hi, Larry. Everyone say hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry. Hey, Larry.
Larry had a great year. Those of us on the board, we can kid him, and he's very good about it. He's got a great sense of humor. Oh no, here's another email from Larry. Those of you that are past presidents know exactly what we're talking about. Assistant district governors, the presidency takes a lot of your time. It is very well spent. You are a richer, better person for it, and richer does not denote monies. It means that you are more giving, more charitable, more caring, and I think that the time you give is certainly doubled what you get back. But I want to say something about Larry. Larry's just done such a fantastic job. Most of you know me. I was president, I guess, 12 years ago, succeeded by Yvonne Bullard. My year as president was fantastic. I did not have time for it. I made time for it. Larry took a great club, and whenever we had a program that he could plug Rotary into and assist at some source, at some place that someone was in need, Larry made it happen. And he did this years ago when he was the district chair of grants. And with foundation grants, he was a whiz at it. And all, at the time, 51 clubs in our district knew that guy down in Sanford, Larry Aiken, is the man. He's the man. And he was. He turns $500 into a couple $1,000s. He turns a couple $1,000s into $10,000. He turns $10,000, and I'm referencing matching grants and district level and international, into $100,000. And there are still things that are underway that Larry spearheaded. The reason I'm mentioning that with Larry not present is that Larry doesn't necessarily look for the accolades, doesn't look for the pats on the back. He doesn't want, there's a quote, he doesn't want any more plaques. So he looks to enrich our lives and push it back on us, knowing that he's empowering us to do more. And that's my point. What he has done is, Dave, you're in trouble. Dave Morris. Hey, Tony. How are you? What President Larry does is he takes this club, which is full of fellowship that meets every Thursday, that is full of lots of wonderful people, and he pushes us to do more. And you know, I didn't have time to do a lot of the things that Larry asked me to do. So I would take my kids, and I'd take my wife, and I would put it in the Google Calendar to block out an hour to do that. And I am better for it because I know that I have helped and assisted with people I probably will never meet through Rotary to do better. So that's a long-winded way of me saying, thank you, Larry. You've done a fantastic job. You've taken a wonderful club and made it better. David Morris, no pressure. You'll have a fantastic year, and indeed our program today will be Assistant District Governor Tommy Rosser doing the installation of officers, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I just want to give an attaboy to Larry, because he usually doesn't seek the accolades, nor does he want them, but he did a great job. Couple of more announcements. You'll probably know that former Sanford Rotarian Dr. Paul Howard had passed away on Sunday. He had a visitation yesterday, very well attended, to no one's surprise. Dr. Howard is a pillar of our community, founded the Sanford Medical Group, integral in founding the Boys and Girls Club of Lee and Sanford and Lee County. So he will be missed. Your thoughts and prayers with Barbara and his family would be well considered. Thank you. This is the last day for the Rotary year. I've already mentioned that. So our District Governor, Larry Lassiter, if you've already read your email, he sent a thank you email out this morning to everyone in the district. Well, he also sent something out about a week ago referencing the floods and devastation in West Virginia. There is a disaster relief fund that if you choose, this is voluntary. We as a board had asked, should we assess the members for this or should we do it voluntary? And myself and others said, no, this is purely voluntary if you want to help out. But there is a club in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, that is directly affected by the flooding. And if you thought our rains last night were terrific, which they were, there's lots and lots of bad things and devastation. So I looked it up online. The Rotary Club of White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, is an 18-member club with 2 honorary members. Miss Ruth Miller is the current club president. They were chartered June 19 of 1931. Old club. Their motto is a club serving above self and having fun. So it sounds like a really cool, neat little club. So our 7690 district, should you choose to contribute a few dollars, will match those dollars, and we're going to send it to those folks needing help. And so I went to my pantry and I had to find a bucket, so I found a bucket. So if you want to pass that around, and I got pictures of the board of directors there, so you can put a face with a name of sorts. But yes, anything you can contribute, please do. Thank you so much for doing that. Yvonne has a special presentation, so Yvonne, I'll ask you to come on up. Sure. And David, you too, David Morris.
Before President Larry left, he asked me if I would do the honors of passing on our club's charter to you. This is the official charter of Jonesboro Rotary, and you're going to be the new president, so therefore it's passed on to you in good faith.
Well, I can think of not a better person to give it to me, and I certainly appreciate this.
Now, there are charter members right here with us today. I know Robert Gillen, John Shantz. Who else was a charter member that's present? Just the 2 of you?
I'm almost.
They're both looking at each other like, oh yeah, I guess so.
Close.
Oh yeah, we got the names right up here too. Yvonne and I cheated before the meeting began to look over some of the names there. And we have some honorary members as well. But you'll know that the Sanford Rotary Club had chartered the Jonesboro Rotary Club. And although they switched up classifications about 12, 15 years ago or something like that, they opened up the classification system in Rotary because it was too restrictive, which means exactly one banker, exactly one auto dealer, exactly one CPA, exactly one attorney, whatever the professional designations were. And so once that designation was met, that club could admit no further designations from that same profession. So I believe it was Bill Lawrence that chartered our club, one of the folks that did. And yes, anything, John, and John rejoined us, so thanks for coming back, John. Or Robert, anything you guys want to say about the old club?
Well, I think as I told you in the member moments I was doing for Gene Rogers, Bill Lawrence reached out to Gene Rogers, and we were going to be more Jonesboro based at that time. That was sort of the way I think Bill was successful in selling it to the Sanford Rotary Club, is we ought to let there be a club in Jonesboro. So
Sure.
Gene was a fixture in downtown Jonesboro, so Bill reached out to him and said, why don't you put a list of guys together who would be prospective members, and so that was how John at Sanford Animal Hospital, and I was close enough, I guess, to Jonesboro. So it really did have a Jonesboro feel to it when it was first put together. We met originally at a restaurant in the Kendall shop. I laughed about that, and we shut that place down too. Just in our organizational meeting, we shut it down.
The first of many, Robert.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 restaurants that we shut down, yeah.
But I always think about when we first got started, the flag, which I guess is that flag. Dick Palmer, who was a member of the Sanford Rotary Club,
That's right.
contributed the flag. And he was an former Marine. And he contributed the flag to the Jonesboro Rotary Club. But a lot of the credit goes to Bill Lawrence. He sort of blazed the trail for, I think there ought to be another club. And again, classifications were jealously guarded back in those days. And so really opening up another club was kind of a big deal, that there were going to be more Rotarians in the Sanford community. And so, appreciate Bill Lawrence's leadership in doing that, and all the folks that were behind that effort at that time.
Thanks, Robert. Thank you, Vaughn. Let's see, so we have our member moments now. You ready, Cammie?
I am so ready.
I'm looking forward to this because not only is Cammie Shabazz the daughter of our own Dave Shabazz, who has since left for Iowa, and he still reads our bulletins and he still watches the YouTubes and all that stuff.
Every one of them.
But as in the short time I've got to know Cammie, she actually has quite extensive Rotary experience, which you're going to hear about, not just a new Jonesboro Rotarian. So please welcome Cammie Shabazz.
Hello. Okay, so.
Speech.
Oh, do you want to get all the way over in the front here? And is this
You
good?
can do a podium or in front of the podium. It's up to you.
I'm
It's
gonna-
okay.
I'm gonna go with in front of the podium. Podium it's too intimidating for me. Okay, so for those that don't know, I'm Cammie Shabazz. My dad is Dave Shabazz, former Rotarian here in the Jonesboro Club. I do like to always start off by saying, for those that know my dad, that I'm living, breathing proof that intelligence and good looks obviously skips a generation. I know he's gonna watch that, so I had to throw that in there. It's clear evidence by my sister and I here. So I grew up, I was born in a small town, Central California. It's called Turlock. Great little town, loved it. We ended up moving when I was 5 years old to Phoenix, Arizona. So I grew up in Phoenix. I absolutely loved it, except for the heat. That was killer. I really did not enjoy that. But it was great. Phoenix was awesome. When I turned 17, I graduated early from high school. I moved straight to San Diego. I knew I wanted to get out of Phoenix and explore and do some different things with my life. So I left the family, went to San Diego, and I went to University of San Diego for my bachelor's degree. I did finish that within 4 years. I was a pre-med student, so I was a sociology major, double minor in biology and chemistry. Which was fun. I had a lot of good times in college. It wasn't that long ago, so the memories are all still very fresh. But it was a lot of fun. San Diego was great, and through my time there, I went to, I was part of the USD Medical Brigades. We founded that while I was there. We traveled to both Honduras and Panama. It was 30 students, and we brought about 5 or 6 doctors each trip. Provided free medical care to underserved populations. So definitely very eye-opening, which is part of my wow moments in life. Honduras was incredible to me. It was the first time ever leaving the country. As soon as we got off of the plane, we got onto our bus and started traveling. It was about a 4-hour drive to a village. And on the drive, we saw bodies on the side of the road, just nobody there to help. It was very eye-opening for me. I was 18 at the time, and it honestly was definitely my wow moment in life. I'm gonna do that one a little early because it opened up my eyes to what else is out there, and although I know one person can't make a difference, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do as much as I possibly can in my power. So that inspired me to continue on the pre-medicine route, which I still am. I'm currently trying to apply to medical school, so I definitely could use all like prayers and good luck thrown my way because it's a tough road. So I graduated from there. About a year ago, I ended up, I was in San Diego still. I had graduated from college. It was very expensive, and I was like, what am I doing out here? So I thought, you know what, my dad lives in North Carolina now. I've never visited him. I've never been out there on that side of the country. So he had been begging me to come visit for a while. You gotta come see Sanford. You gotta come see Sanford. You guys would love it. It reminds me so much of Turlock. So one morning I woke up and I walked into my office. I was working at State Farm over there in San Diego as well. And I went into my manager's office and I said, I love you guys. I love everything you have done for me through college. But I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in. I think I'm gonna explore across the country. And so that I called my dad as soon as I left my manager's office and I said, so, you know, I know you said you've been wanting me to come visit for a while. Do you think I could stay for a little longer than just a visit? And he said, what are you talking about? I said, well, I just quit my job, so I'm gonna maybe need some room and board for a little while, if that's okay. And he was so excited about it. So as soon as my 2 weeks was up, my car was packed. I drove straight to Phoenix, picked up my sister, and we headed all the way here across country. And so that's how I ended up here in Sanford. Why I joined Rotary, I've actually, like John was saying, I have a lot of Rotary experience. My dad's been in Rotary for as long as I can remember, all the way back in Turlock to Phoenix to I think here would be the next one. So I would always go to meetings with him. Every time that I had an event that I was doing, any Rotary club that he was in would welcome me as a guest. They would sponsor me for different medical trips that I was going on. I was a program a couple different times for the Rotary meetings there. So once I got into high school, I joined Interact Club. So I was part of Interact, and my sister was a freshman when I was a senior. So as soon as she joined high school, I made her join every club that I was in, from National Honor Society, Interact Club, all the way down to Ping Pong Club. I was like, you're coming with me, you're joining everything, you're gonna get involved. So we did a lot of volunteer work through high school for Interact Club, so Rotary definitely has a special place in my heart, so I'm really excited to be here. My heroes in life, I know it's hard because she's sitting here, but I would have to say my sister is my hero, and I'm not just saying that because she's sitting here, but she inspires me to want to do great things. Like my dad always told us, at the end of the day, you two are all each other have. So I want to make sure that you guys take care of each other and you do everything that you possibly can to help each other and love each other. And so for me, a lot of the reason why I want to be successful in life is to not only set a good example for her, but to also make sure I can take care of her and make sure that I can do everything I can in my power to make sure she leads a good life and is happy. So I would definitely say day in and day out, I try to do my best for Nicole. So sorry you're here, so you're not going to see that on YouTube, but I am happy that she's here for that reason. I think, is there anything else that something that nobody might know about me? Something nobody, there's so much that you don't know about me. I gotta be careful on this one. This could get me in trouble. I would say, I'm sure my dad talked about his nonprofit, Dave Shabazz's Badathon for Charity. I don't know if he ever mentioned that my involvement in that, but I think that is one of the cool things I like to tell people that don't know a lot about me is that I actually turned 13 and I was really sick of my dad getting so much media attention. And I was like, I need in on this. I want to be on the radio. I want to be on TV. I want to do this. So I actually ended up joining the nonprofit at that point when I was 13. Now, for those that don't know, he at the time held the world record for the amount of hours spent in a batting cage. So we would get into a batting cage and hit baseballs for a certain amount of hours in order to raise money for charity. So between the two of us, we've raised over $50,000 alone for various charities now. The first year that we did it, I was 13, and the plan was for me to do 5 hours. He was doing 10 hours straight, consecutive hours, no bathroom breaks, no food breaks. He started it basically my aunt, his sister, was the chairperson for the Relay for Life. And instead of just raising money to start a team, my dad thought, you know what, my sister's a chairperson, I want to do something cool to raise money, something out of the box. So he said, for every year my sister's been a cancer survivor, I'm going to get into the batting cage and hit baseballs for an hour. And at the time it had been 5 years that she was a survivor. So he said, we'll just kind of make a family event out of it. Hopefully we can raise a couple $100 to get a team started. He ended up raising a few $1,000s out of it. People were like, that's amazing. I don't know why you would do something like that, but I definitely want to donate. So by the time he got to 10 hours, I was like, all right, I need in. I want to do this. I can do this. I never played baseball, softball, nothing. I actually played soccer, so hand-eye coordination, not really there. But I was like, I'm going to pull it together because I want to be on TV and I want some attention too. So we did. We trained for the entire summer. I was 13 years old. And he said, for every hour, you'll hit and then you'll take a break for an hour. Hit for an hour, break for an hour. So that I'll do 10 hours, you'll do 5 hours. Well, an hour went by and I was like, this is nothing. I could keep going. So 2 hours went by, 3 hours went by. By the 8th hour, I'm crying in the batting cage. And my dad said, you have got to stop. You've got to get out of the cage, baby doll. They're going to call CPS on me if you don't get out of here. And I was like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And I swung through and I made it the full 10 hours. So we ended up, I was in Sports Illustrated. ESPN Radio came out and did a piece on us. We had professional baseball players out hitting with us. And so I ended up doing it again in college to raise some more money for charity, and I made 10 hours again at that point. So at this point, my dad and I hold the world record for the amount of hours spent in the batting cage. A lot of people ask, did you wear diapers? How did you do it? No, we do not wear diapers. We do train for it, so we were able to make it through. But that's something I'm really proud of. I do want to continue it. But I want to do more community involvement rather than just my dad and I hitting. I don't think he could do it anymore at this point. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I want to try to bring it back and see if we can raise some more money for different charities. So I think that's really cool. It's my little claim to fame, being in Sports Illustrated. So, I think that's something that not a lot of people know about me. They see me and they're like, yeah, right, you can't get into the batting cage for that long. And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. I can switch hit now. I can hit with one hand, switch hit on both hands. Mine was a 45-mile-an-hour cage. His was 60, so I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah, and that's a little bit about me. So thank you.
Wow. Boy, do I feel insignificant. I'm just kidding. Cammie, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't have M&Ms for you, Cammie. I'm sorry. Dave, do you remember the bag of M&Ms that you got last week?
Yeah.
In the trunk of your car or
I
something?
think they're melted in the car.
Do you like mushy M&Ms? So we got some M&Ms coming your way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We'll get you back. Cammie, thank you. We enjoy getting to know you.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sergeant at Arms,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Silliman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cheat and go by that one? Why don't you
Yes,
do
sir.
that right
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, today we have one guest of the Sanford Rotary Club. That is
Two guests.
Tommy, yeah. Oh, Brandon Lee and Nicole Shabbat's guest at Cammie. Let's give them a big round of applause. Okay. Does anybody have anything to announce today? Any announcements to come before the club at this time? All right. I'm going to throw in there. Anybody want to buy any more raffle tickets before we do the drawing? They're only $20.
Today's the last drawing.
Yeah, I can accept checks.
We're giving away a bunch of money.
Okay, I don't hear any takers for that. I'm going to stop on that.
Bragging bucks, anyone?
Did we get
What's that?
did we get that list going around for the baseball? Okay.
Oh, I understand.
We got
It's
the,
at the back. It's at the back table.
yeah, sign up sheet for the baseball with the district governor.
That's right. Yep.
That's in the back there. Sign up for that if you're interested in going to that. That's at the Hornets.
Oh, it's the Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Greensboro Grasshoppers. Okay.
All right.
I think Neil had a bragging buck.
Yeah, go for
Go
it.
ahead,
Neil,
Neil.
what you got?
Yeah, maybe you noticed that I wasn't here last week, or maybe you didn't, but I wasn't here last week. My West Point class has a golf outing every year, and this year it was up in the Triangle. We were up at Duke. We stayed at the Duke Inn, which is a fabulous place. Played golf at Duke, at Lonnie Pool, the NC State course, and the Chapel Hill course. So
Oh, nice.
we had a great time, my wife and I, and about 90 of my classmates and 60 or so wives, significant others, and a couple of children.
Thank you, Neil. Dave, I'm sorry, you've got a couple of really special guests today. Would you please introduce your guest today?
I do. I'm honored to have here today my wife Tony and my granddaughter Kinsey Grace.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna brag. Oh, Terry, go for it. Yeah, go for it, man.
Well, I'm gonna
Woo,
do,
$2.
I'm
Woo.
gonna do two brags. One is kind of comical, and the other is not comical. I have an opportunity to video Gail Diva. She's 3 gold medal winner for track.
That's right.
So, which is good. And on my comedian side, Chris, excuse me, Father, but everyone here should feel close to God after Chris that prayer, because he is kind of tall, you know. So he's
I gotta agree with you on that.
Thank you, Gary.
Okay, I got one. You on? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'd like to give $1 for Cammie, because Sunday she's going to have a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Cammy.
Happy birthday.
And actually, that leads me into my brag. For my birthday, because it's on the 4th of July, we are meeting my dad in Chicago to go see the Cubs play at Wrigley Field on my birthday. So.
What a birthday.
Yeah.
Now, your dad was there last year on his birthday, correct?
Yes, exactly. So now we're going for my birthday this
Tradition,
year,
huh?
so, yeah.
Fantastic. That is fantastic. Well, you have yourself a wonderful trip to the baseball park and to the Wrigley Field there, and happy birthday. I'm gonna brag on my daughter. You've been hearing about it for like 2 years now. She passed her boards last Friday. She is a registered nurse now. She's looking for a job. She's got an interview next week. But if anybody knows of any good hospitals, RN, she's available.
I'll give you the
Congratulations.
good guy's phone number.
Any other brags coming for the club this time? What you got, Andy? I mean, Matt, I'm sorry. Matt, I'm sorry, I'm getting old.
I got a buck.
I got a buck, yeah.
That's it? That's your brag? You got a buck?
Well, it's not bad. Last week I spent at the beach with my daughter, her husband, and our 5-year-old grandson and my wife.
Did you meet any sharks or anything?
No. Dug a lot of holes in the beach.
Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else? We're rolling today.
We really are. Doing well.
All right, we're gonna stop at that. I'm turning it back to you.
All right, thank you, Van. Let's see. Let's do our installation of officers and then give away the money. So I'm going to call on our Assistant District Governor in Area 10, Mr. Tommy Rosser.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to piggyback on what John said, and Larry, you had a wonderful year. This club had a wonderful year, and I think you ought to give yourselves a big hand. You qualified for Gold Club, you qualified presidential citation, you even got the Public Image Award, and you just had a great year. You really did, and it's just evident of how it's growing. I'm looking for 2016, 2017, a very great year. David, the bar is high, but you can handle it, okay? 2016, 2017, I think it's gonna be an exciting year to be in Rotary. There's a lot of changes coming in Rotary. You're gonna see it, you're gonna hear a lot about it. And membership is gonna be the thing, but they're targeting young people, Cammie, and young professionals, and that's what they're going out for. And my daughter was fortunate to go to Atlanta 2 weeks ago to a meeting down there, and you're gonna hear a lot more about it. But I'm excited about it too, because we're in the process right now of starting a new club. in our area, and that will be in the Pittsburgh area. So if anybody knows anybody in that area, professional, like to talk with them, we're going to start the process of talking. We've got Siler City Club that's going to do the sponsor of the club, and already have 2 advisors that have volunteered to do that. So that's a great opportunity for us. But 2016-17, it's going to be a great year. But I want to thank you for inviting me to install your officers and directors in this outstanding Rotary Club. And today we celebrate the past and the future of the Jonesboro Rotary Club. That future is in capable hands as we work together as Rotarians serving humanity. Incoming Rotary International President John Germ has selected Rotary Serving Humanity as a theme of his president year. If you have not signed up to go to Rotary International in Atlanta, you need to do it. I'm signed up, got a hotel room and all. It's going to be great. If you've never been, Yvonne, it's a great time. We had a good time in 2005, didn't we? But closest it's going to be is down here. But John Germ is going to be there. And he will also be at the ball game on August the 7th. This year, we'll be working toward feeding the hungry through a RUSH program. RUSH stands for Rotarians United to Stop Hunger. Now, our world has a vast array of problems: starvation, unsafe water, lack of sanitation, lack of education, poverty, and lack of access to medical care. And Cammy, you said one person may not think they make a difference, but working together with all can. And many people would say the problems are overwhelming and do nothing, but Rotary says we can do something. Look at what Rotary has done with helping to eradicate polio from the earth. This close. And they hope next year they can announce that at the international conference. How many lives have we as Rotarians touched and will continue to touch in the future? Together, we will continue to serve humanity by giving our time, money, resources, and all that we can to help our fellow mankind. As Rotarians, we know that we can't solve all the world's problems, but we can make a world a better place. Now, it gives me great pleasure to install your new president for the 2016-2017 year. I'm going to ask David Morris if he will please join me up front. Congratulations. I congratulate you on being selected as president of the Rotary Club of Jonesboro for the 2016-2017 year. Your club has shown great faith in your abilities, and the responsibility that you are assuming is an important one. You will be the face and voice of the Jonesboro Rotary Club in Lee County. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions and ask that you wait until after the questions are asked. If you can, turn this way and raise your right hand, please. You solemnly promise to support the Constitution of the Rotary International and the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Jonesboro. Participate and support the programs of the Rotary Foundation. Will you promote the initiatives of Rotary International as voiced by Rotary President John Germ? Will you encourage and support the programs of District 7690? Will you fulfill the responsibilities of the office of President of Rotary? And will you live your life by the four-way test? If you will solemnly promise to do all these things, please express that by saying, I will.
I will.
Okay. Fellow Rotarians, it's my pleasure to present to you David Morris as your new president. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, I'm going to ask if Doug Doris, your president-elect, and all the other officers, please come. I would call your names, but I don't know who they are. If you're an officer this coming year, please come join right here. We'll install our and directors, officers and directors. Any directors? Come on. Times are ticking. Jay, let's get over here if you can. Get all in one
We
side.
need to balance it out. I'm thinking Ron on one end, you on the other end, and something, or maybe the
Are we
girls
doing
together.
tallest to shortest?
All in.
No.
There you go, that's all, yeah, that's right, that's right.
I've always been on the
left in that.
Now, I'm going to ask all of you a few questions and ask that you wait to respond after our questions have been asked. Please raise your right hand. Will you solemnly promise to support the Constitution of Rotary International and the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Jonesboro? Will you participate and support the programs of the Rotary Foundation? Will you promote the initiatives of Rotary International as voiced by Rotarian President John German? Will you encourage and support the programs of District 7690? Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your office? And will you live your life by the four-way test? If you will solemnly promise to do all these things, please express that by saying, I will.
I will.
Now, fellow Rotarians, it's my pleasure to present to you your officers and directors for the Rotary year 2016-2017, and David went through it twice, so we've got him locked, all right? So please join in a round of applause for your officers. Yeah, that's right.
Tommy, thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate you. Tommy, you know, I know we're passing out thank yous and accolades here, but being assistant district governor is a big responsibility as well. And he's a past president with the Sanford Club, so thank you for the time that you give to Rotary. Much appreciated. Well, you know, now comes the fun part, because we're going to be giving away a bunch of money. We are at the end of our pots of gold. This is the last day of our Rotary year, and we need to give away $100, two $250, two $500, and one $1,000. And I think you all remember, but if you don't remember this, each time a name is drawn, it goes back in the pot, and we spin it again and draw it again. So you could actually be a multiple winner, or someone that you sold the ticket to. So how about, yeah, there you go. So we got a drum roll going. I like it. Tammy and Nicole, can you help us out with this maybe?
There you go.
You know, a little bit of Sports Illustrated, ESPN Radio, world records and all that stuff. Make this a little bit more dramatic. So what we're gonna do, folks,
Up a little bit here.
we are gonna draw first the $100 prize. And I'll write these names down as we go. Then we'll put the ticket back in and we'll keep drawing. So go ahead and open that up.
This is gonna be for the $100.
For the $100, that's right.
All right.
And read the name out.
Is the Good Samaritan Fund.
Oh, you know what? They won
Sold by
already.
John
John
Shantz.
Shantz. All right, there we go, John.
Thank you, John.
Okay.
It goes
Yeah,
back in.
Back in there. Let's give it another twist. Nicole, you're up the back.
That's the second time you won.
You're on deck. No, you're up the
On
back.
deck, yeah.
Yep. Is that through your church? Yeah. Jonesboro Methodist?
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, John. So this next one is for a $250.
Go ahead.
Nicole.
Yeah, all right.
Didn't know we'd put you to work, did you? Go ahead and read aloud.
Eric Oldham.
Eric Oldham.
Charles.
Is that Charles' brother or son or? Son, yep.
All right, give her another rotation.
Congratulations, Eric.
Okay, so that was for.
That was for one $250. Now we're gonna do a second $250.
All right, Miss Cammy, reach in there and pick a winner.
Linda Moore.
Linda
Sold
Moore.
by Larry Aiken.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. All right, way to go, Linda. Okay. That's-
All right, now we're rising up there to our first $500 ticket. Yeah, getting up there, huh?
All right, Nicole.
All right, Nicole, go ahead and grab one and read it.
Jerry Merritt.
Jerry Merritt.
Yes, sorry, it's crossed out.
And who sold that? Can you read it?
I can't read that bottom one.
Is it Bob McConville?
Oh, Larry Aiken.
Another Larry Aiken. Look at
Larry
that.
Aiken.
Johnny's got the last name.
Okay.
Merritt, how do we spell the, oh, is it back in there already?
It's Merritt.
Thank you. Did you get that, Robert?
Thank goodness we got this.
Okay, so we're gonna do one more 500, and I think it's Cammy's turn to draw?
Yep.
Okay, Cammy, go ahead.
Hopefully it'll be your dad's or yours.
Hopefully it'll be mine.
This is actually, is it Hemi Oldham?
Oh, another, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Charles.
sold by Charles Oldham.
Wow.
What was the first name again?
Hemi,
Is it Hemi?
Hemi.
H, how do you spell?
H-E-M-I.
H-E-M-I.
Oh,
Is that his Dodge automobile?
All right, now here's.
So we've got
my
2
one here.
Oldhams and 2 Aikens so far. The fix is on.
My,
This is for
my
$1,000.
nephew came all the way down from Cleveland, Ohio, and brought us down a bunch of Cavaliers stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's his birthday today, and he's got a ticket in here, and he's hoping to go back to Benner with his winnings. So
Make sure you
Paul that ticket.
So what's your point, man? Yeah.
She gets to go home. I have to stay here, so if I get all that.
That's right.
Kelsey Kirkman.
Kelsey Kirkman.
Kevin Kirkman's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's the big winner. Kelsey's the big winner, and Kevin was the assistant chair to this Pots of Gold drawing.
Actually, it was. It was his genesis, his idea.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Tammy, thank you so much. Really appreciate
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate all the hard work that the club's done, buying, selling, promoting, doing this thing to make this. I think we did pretty good. I think we probably sold around 900 to 1,000 tickets. So in my opinion,
That's good.
I think we did pretty good. You know
That's
what I
very
mean?
good.
It's a little different than the other one, you know, but it was neat having a lot of winners. Y'all are winners, even if you didn't win. But I do really appreciate all your help and putting up with me for the last 9 months or whatever. We started in September on this thing.
Yeah.
You know, sold the very first ticket to the Larry Lassiter. So I think it's gone well. I'm real happy with what happened, and now all the proceeds that we got can go to help out other people that are in need in the community. So thank you. Give yourself a big round.
Van, thank you.
Hey,
Van's
my
been
pleasure.
selling raffle tickets in some capacity. Many years. Van has been assisting with
This
this.
took about 10 years to make, believe it or not.
Believe me, Van's been doing it. Yeah, actually, he made the wheel too.
Yeah,
That's
see, the thing that gets me kind of going on this is the first year we did it was 2,000, and my brother and I won. So at that time it was $10,000. So I got a lot, you know, invested in this thing here.
right. You almost broke even.
Anyways, thank you all so much. Appreciate
Van,
it.
thank you. I appreciate it. All right, it's right about at 1 o'clock. So let's see. Tommy, as always, thank you for coming to see us. Brandon, thanks for making up with us as well.
Yes, sir.
I know Tony had to go, so please tell Tony that we love seeing her. And is it Kelsey?
Kenzie.
Kenzie, I'm sorry, the granddaughter. She was awesome. I mean, for a Rotary meeting, she was quiet as a mouse, so she was fantastic. Nicole, thank you for coming to see us. We've known Cammie for a couple months now, but it's very nice to see you. And have a safe and happy 4th. We didn't have a raffle today besides our pots of gold, so we're gonna need someone to do the 4-way test and the Pledge of Allegiance. What do you think? Cammie, you wanna do it for us?
How about didn't
What's that?
I do it for Bob last week? Didn't Bob win last week? Who won the?
Oh, you know what? That's right.
did. I want it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, let's lump it on Al.
There you go.
Al Rushin, take it away.
I make
Four-way test is things you think, say, or do. First,
If it's true, it's fair to all concerned, will build goodwill and better friendships, will be beneficial to all concerned.
I
Pledge
pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here.
Now, we're having a meeting next Thursday, that's correct?
I believe we are. Yep. Regularly scheduled meeting next Thursday.
Nicole, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You'll take that and say, hey, go Cubbies.
Yeah, I know.
Good job, John. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Have a good 4th. Good.
I'll give him the big one, I promise.
Good to see Brandon.
See you later on.
Thank you. They've turned it off. It's gonna be a while. They're gonna remember that.
Well, the thing is, it's just that.
I mean, I'm by myself now. I want to
We're gonna have a 10:30.
I'm working on it. I haven't done it for a while. I got the training too. Physically and stuff, but I definitely, I'll let you know. That's awesome.
Good job, guys. We'll see what, will happen this year.
Awesome. That was great. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Okay.
And if you're interested in doing volunteer work with the town,
I actually volunteer.
Oh, they did? No. Because they got into it. No, yeah, they never do that.
I'm actually gonna have her sign it first, so she'll do it for like a month. Okay, so there might be some stuff that we can do from town. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Alright, good seeing you.
Tammy, great job.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
I appreciate it.
Did you have fun?
So, oh yeah, her or me? I'm here.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. Cool, right?
I was gonna make another sarcastic comment and say, be careful what you say, because your sister's gonna be president in a couple of years. With all it, you know, I said wow when you first finished, because you do a lot, so thank you.
Thank you.
And I know you enjoy it.
I love it.
Well, of course you do. I mean, you don't do this stuff and volunteer so much if you don't enjoy it and get something back from it. You
I know. Well, it's nice now that I'm finally starting.
We're not dragging you into it. We know that.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's the nice thing is that now that I'm finally settled in, I have everything like good to go. Now it's like.